Africa stands at a crossroads. The continent faces significant challenges. Poverty, disease, and conflict continue to cast a shadow. Yet there is also immense hope. Africa possesses vast natural resources. It has a young and dynamic population. The continent is experiencing a technological revolution. Across Africa, a new generation is rising. They are demanding better governance. They are driving innovation and entrepreneurship. They are determined to shape their own destiny. This is a time of great opportunity for Africa. The continent has the potential to become a global leader in the 21st century. However, realizing this potential will require overcoming significant hurdles. Africa needs sustained investment in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It needs to create jobs and opportunities for its burgeoning youth population. And it needs to do all of this while grappling with the effects of climate change. The world is watching to see how Africa navigates these challenges. The choices made today will determine the continent's future for generations to come. It is a future full of promise, but also one that demands bold leadership and a collective commitment to progress. China's influence in Africa is undeniable. Chinese companies are investing billions of dollars in infrastructure projects across the continent. These investments are transforming Africa's physical landscape. They are building roads, railways, and ports. This investment has been welcomed by many African leaders. They see China as a valuable partner in their quest for economic development. China's approach is often seen as more pragmatic than that of Western donors. They do not impose the same political and economic conditions. However, China's growing presence in Africa has also raised concerns. Some critics worry about the sustainability of Chinese loans. Others question the environmental and social impact of Chinese investments. There are also anxieties about Africa's growing dependence on China. Despite these concerns, China's influence in Africa is likely to continue to grow. China sees Africa as a key part of its Belt and Road Initiative. This ambitious project aims to connect Asia, Europe, and Africa through a network of infrastructure projects. The global landscape is shifting. The rise of China and other emerging powers is challenging the traditional dominance of the West. This shift is creating both opportunities and challenges for Africa. On the one hand, a multipolar world offers Africa greater choice. African nations are no longer beholden to a single superpower. They can shop around for the best deals and partnerships. This newfound leverage can be used to attract investment and promote development. On the other hand, a multipolar world is also a more complex world. African nations must navigate a web of competing interests. They need to be adept at balancing relationships with different powers. Failure to do so could lead to instability and conflict. African leaders are increasingly aware of the need to forge their own path in this new global order. They are calling for a more equitable and just international system, one that recognizes the needs and aspirations of developing countries. The future of Africa is in the hands of Africans. The continent has the potential to become a global powerhouse. But realizing this potential will require vision, determination, and a commitment to good governance. African nations need to invest in their people. This means providing quality education and healthcare. It also means creating opportunities for young people to find decent work. Africa also needs to harness the power of technology. The continent is experiencing a digital revolution. Mobile phones and internet access are transforming lives. This technological leapfrogging can be a driver of economic growth and social progress. Finally, Africa needs to speak with a united voice on the global stage. The continent's concerns are often overlooked in international forums. By working together, African nations can amplify their voices and advocate for their interests. The challenges facing Africa are real, but so too are the opportunities. This is a time of great promise for the continent, a time to build a brighter future for all Africans.